And I join Ken in welcoming you to the 6th Annual PEP Rally for Kids. This event wouldn't be possible without Ken's leadership and the hard work that he put into bringing this all together. And he was supported by our board. Many of our board members are here today who do so much to support this great program. So we thank all of you, and also Susan Berger of our staff and the people who helped her to bring it all together. It's Teacher Appreciation Week, and our theme today is recognizing teachers who bring out the best in kids. And when you think about your favorite teacher, chances are that the connection is not cognitive but emotional. You know, Maya Angelou wrote of children that they won't remember what we said. They may not even remember what we did, but they'll never forget how we made them feel. And great teachers get that. They're painfully aware, of course, that academic achievement is a measure of success both for teachers and for students. And it is important, critically important, that kids become as academically competent as they can be. Good teachers know that they need to prepare their students for the life of tests that our legislators deem necessary. But great teachers know that they also need to prepare their students for the tests of life. Great teachers also know that the playing field is far from level, that there are some students who enter the classroom smiling, ready to learn, well-fed, and prepared, while others come into school tired, hungry, culturally deprived, and with an emotional burden that challenges their readiness to learn. And more often than not, these are the children of PEP. And I'd like to share a short story with you about one 15-year-old student that we'll call Chris. And this might sound a little bit harsh, but it's true, that Chris had the most outrageous, obnoxious, repulsive behaviors any kid ever brought into PEP. And among his many talents were to bait, taunt, and enrage his fellow classmates, to embarrass and torment staff, and to cause absolute chaos at every opportunity. Now here's an example of his antics. One day in the lunchroom, he jumped up on the table, took the top off his thermos, and splashed the contents far and wide, trying to hit everybody he possibly could reach. And we found out later that the thermos contained juice and a whole lot of spit. So one day, his teacher gave him an assignment from the Uncolored Book. And if you've ever seen the Uncolored Book, you know that it's a book that with pictures that you color, but each page has a space in it, so the student draws something into the space to add to the picture. And Chris was given a picture of a clearing in a forest, and he was to draw something in the clearing and then to write a story about what he drew. So he drew a tree in the clearing in the forest, and his story went something like this. Once there was a tree growing in the forest. It was a good and strong tree, and it was happy. One day an evil spirit came by and cast a spell on the tree, and the tree died, and it was dead for many years. But then a good spirit came and lifted the spell from the tree, and the tree came back to life. But this time it grew thorns all over itself, so no one could get close to it and hurt it again. Now, it doesn't take a Ph.D. in clinical psychology to recognize that we're not dealing with a malicious and cruel personality. We have a very wounded child who's doing the only thing he knows to protect himself against future pain. Chris doesn't need punishment. Chris needs a safe place and a caring adult to help him begin to heal. We have a saying, the problems kids cause are not the causes of their problems. Kids like Chris require a special breed of teacher. We call our staff at PEP teacher counselors because that's what Nicholas Hobbs, the founder of Re-Education, called these very special people who choose to work with troubled and troubling children. And here's what Hobbs said of the teacher counselor. He said, a teacher counselor is a decent adult, educated, well-trained, able to give and receive affection, to live relaxed and to be firm. A person with the private resources for the nourishment and refreshment of his own life. Not an itinerant worker, but a professional through and through. A person with the sense of significance of time, the usefulness of today, and the promise of tomorrow. A person of hope, quiet confidence, and joy. One who has committed himself to children and to the proposition that children who are emotionally disturbed can be helped by the process of re-education. So I'd like to take this opportunity during Teacher Appreciation Week to recognize the vital work that all teachers, and most especially our PEP teacher counselors, do each day with children and young people who so desperately need their help and support. Our teacher counselors have many, many gifts: patience, forgiveness, resolve, and perhaps most importantly, the belief that all children can overcome their personal obstacles and achieve beyond their expectations. Teacher counselors bring hope to children and families, and their influence goes far beyond the time that they have together. Teacher counselors have the amazing opportunity to make children believe that they are worthy of love, that they are valued and significant. And when a teacher counselor touches a child in that way, both are changed forever. For the child, in those dark times that are sure to come, he has a bright spot in his memory of the person who believed in him and trusted him, and that brings hope that he can get through his current troubles. And for the PEP teacher counselor, he or she experiences the bond of hard-won trust that breaks through the defensiveness and pain and results in a relationship that has genuine meaning and value and contributes to a better quality of life. Great teachers bring out the best in kids and in themselves.